My beloved, let me remind you of something the world often forgets. Your life is not a public park where everyone may enter, trample, and take what they please. No, your life is a sacred garden, and every garden demands care. Every garden requires pruning. The soil of your soul is rich, but it cannot feed weeds and flowers at the same time. It cannot nourish the bitter and the sweet in equal measure. And so, if you wish to grow, if you wish to bloom, you must learn the art of social pruning, the gentle but firm cutting away of the worthless from your life. Do not misunderstand me. Worthless does not mean humanly worthless. Every person has worth in the eyes of creation. But some people are worthless to you, to your journey, to your growth, and to your peace. If a fruit is not fit for your table, you do not call it evil, but you do not eat it either. Now let me give you 6 rules, 6 psychological truths, that will help you instantly identify the worthless, and prune them away before they strangle your joy. Rule 1. Watch how they react to your joy. When the sun shines on you, some people will dance in your light. Others will curse your brightness because it exposes the shadows they live in. A real friend will clap when you win. A real friend will shout your name louder than you shout it yourself. But the worthless, they sit silent, they look away, or worse, they belittle your achievement. You buy a car, they say, it's not all that. You get promoted, they whisper, you just got lucky. You fall in love, they warn, it won't last. These people cannot drink joy, so they spit it back bitter. Learn this: jealousy wears a quiet face, but it screams in silence. If they cannot celebrate you, prune them. For someone who refuses to clap when you rise will be the same one who claps when you fall. Rule 2. Measure their investment. Not their words people talk, Lord, do they talk. Some will promise you mountains but not bring you a stone. Some will say, I'll be there, but vanish when you need them most. Let me give you a truth: worthless people are addicted to the sound of their own promises. They sell you dreams, but deliver you dust. They are consistent only in inconsistency. Do not measure a person by what they say in the daylight. Measure them by what they do in your midnight. Did they show up when you needed help? Did they give when you were empty? Did they stand when the crowd sat down? Talk is free. Loyalty is costly. Cut away the lips that move without action, and cling to the hands that act without announcement. Rule 3. Feel the weight of their presence. Every soul carries a weight. And when that soul walks into your space, you will feel it. There are people who walk into a room and your shoulders rise higher, your breath feels lighter, your spirit sits taller. That is the weight of light. That is the power of nourishment. And then, there are those who walk in, and suddenly the air grows thick. You find yourself sighing more than laughing. You shrink instead of expand. That is the weight of poison. Ask yourself this: after I spend time with this person, do I feel fed or starved, full or empty, richer or poorer? That feeling is never lying to you. Your spirit knows what your mind refuses to say out loud. A true companion is like a river. You leave refreshed. A worthless one is like a desert. You leave thirsty no matter how long you stayed. Prune the deserts. Seek the rivers. Rule 4. Test their respect for your boundaries. Boundaries are the fences that protect the garden of your soul. They say, here is where you may enter. Here is where you must not step. Worthless people treat boundaries as invitations to trespass. They borrow what you said you cannot lend. They call at the hour you said was sacred. They mock the values you told them were dear. Let me tell you a secret: when a person keeps breaking your boundaries, it is not because they forgot. It is because they don't respect you. Respect and love are twins. If one is missing, the other is dead. Protect your fences. If they cannot honor your no, prune them. Because the garden that lets everyone trample through soon grows no fruit at all. Rule 5. See if they feed or starve your growth. You are not a museum to be admired. You are a tree to be nurtured. And every tree either grows or withers depending on its environment. A true soul will challenge you. They will tell you, you can do better. They will push you to sharpen your gifts. They will remind you of your greatness on the days you forget it yourself. But the worthless, they belittle. They mock your vision. They tell you your dreams are too big, your passion is too much, your goals are too unrealistic. And why do they say that? Because your courage embarrasses their fear. Your fire threatens their smoke. Listen closely, you were never too much. You were simply in the wrong garden. Prune those who starve your spirit, and water those who feed your fire. Rule 6. Notice the pattern, not the excuse. People reveal themselves not in moments, but in patterns. Anyone can slip once. Anyone can stumble twice. But when someone keeps showing you the same betrayal, the same lie, the same neglect, believe them. A worthless person will give you a book of excuses. I was busy. I forgot. I didn't mean it. But patterns do not lie. Excuses may trick the ear, but patterns expose the heart. Stop forgiving the same cut from the same knife. Stop expecting fruit from a tree that has only given you thorns. When a person shows you who they are, respect yourself enough to believe them, and prune them. My beloved, let us stand together in this moment and reflect, not with haste, but with honesty. We have spoken of pruning, of cutting, of letting go, and I know deep down that your heart resists it, because letting go of people, even the wrong people, does not feel like freedom at first. It feels like grief. It feels like betrayal to cut away a childhood friend who no longer brings peace. It feels like guilt to say goodbye to a cousin, a sibling, or even a parent who wounds more than they heal. It feels heavy to walk away from the love you prayed for, only to discover it was poison in disguise. But hear me clearly, pruning is not a betrayal. It is not cruelty. It is not hatred. Pruning is love. It is love turned inward. It is love that says, I am worthy of peace. I am worthy of respect. I am worthy of joy. And so, I will not keep feeding what starves me. The weight of carrying the wrong people. Some of you are tired, and you don't even know why. You sleep 8 hours, yet you wake up weary. You rest your body, yet your soul limps like a soldier after battle. Why? Because you are carrying people you were never meant to carry. Every conversation drains you. Every interaction leaves you questioning yourself. Every phone call becomes a storm. And still you hold on. You hold on because you fear being alone. You hold on because you confuse loyalty with slavery. You hold on because you think pruning them is equal to abandoning them. But I tell you this, there is a difference between abandonment and release. Abandonment is neglect. It is throwing someone away without care. Release is respect. It is admitting that two paths no longer align, and letting them go so both may grow. If a bird refuses to fly and prefers to stay in a cage, you cannot clip your wings to sit with it. If a fish chooses to stay in mud, you cannot suffocate yourself by leaving the waters. And if a person refuses to grow, you cannot shrink yourself to keep them company. The courage to say no more. Life will test you with a question over and over again. Will you shrink to fit, or will you rise to grow? Some of you are living small so others won't feel insecure. You dim your light so they won't feel blinded. You hide your victories so they won't feel jealous. You apologize for your dreams because they call them unrealistic. But let me ask you, who told you to apologize for your greatness? Who told you to downsize your soul so that others can feel tall? Who told you to lower your crown because someone else refused to raise theirs? Pruning is your declaration that you will no longer shrink. It is standing tall and saying, if you cannot clap for me, step aside. If you cannot respect me, step back. If you cannot walk with me, then watch me from afar. But you will not chain me to your smallness. That, my beloved, is courage. The myth of endless chances. Some of you have been told, give them another chance. Forgive again. Stay a little longer. And yes, mercy is noble. Forgiveness is holy. But mercy was never meant to be madness. Forgiveness was never meant to be foolishness. Forgive, yes, but prune as well. You may forgive the snake for biting you, but you do not lay down again in the grass. You may forgive the thief for stealing, but you do not leave your door unlocked. Giving endless chances to someone who has shown you endless patterns is not love. It is self-abuse. Stop trying to fix people who enjoy being broken. Stop pouring your light into souls that are committed to darkness. Stop explaining yourself to ears that are not listening. At some point, pruning is not only wisdom, it is survival. The beauty of empty space here is the truth many fear. Pruning leaves empty space. When you cut away the worthless, your phone may ring less, your social circle may shrink, your nights may grow quieter, and in that silence you may panic. You may feel abandoned. You may feel like you have lost too much. But let me promise you something: empty space is not your enemy. Empty space is the soil where new seeds grow. Empty space is the invitation for the worthy to enter. Empty space is the proof that you had the courage to choose quality over quantity. Sometimes God will not send you the right people until you release the wrong ones. Sometimes blessings cannot find you because the room is too crowded with burdens. Sometimes your next level of growth is waiting behind the door that only opens once you let go. So do not despise the empty space. Bless it, protect it. Fill it with self-love, with self-respect, with healing, with growth. And watch how the right people come, not to drain but to water you. The garden after pruning. Have you ever seen a rose bush after pruning? At first it looks wounded. The branches are cut short. The leaves are missing, the beauty seems gone. But wait a season, wait a little while. What once looked wounded blooms brighter, stronger, more abundant than before. That is your life after pruning. Yes, at first it hurts. Yes, at first it feels like loss. Yes, at first you wonder if you've done the right thing. But wait and see how light you feel without the weight. Wait and see how peace tastes without the poison. Wait and see how strong your spirit becomes without the constant drain. The garden of your life will bloom again. And this time, only the worthy will sit beneath its shade. You owe yourself the bloom, my beloved. Do not prune because I told you. Do not prune because someone else said so. Prune because you owe it to yourself. You owe yourself peace. You owe yourself joy. You owe yourself growth. You owe yourself the bloom. No more wasting years on worthless souls. No more delaying your destiny because someone else refuses to grow. No more chaining your spirit to those who cannot clap for your joy. Respect your boundaries or honor your heart. Your life is too precious. Your time is too short. Your spirit is too sacred. So today I ask you, look around your garden. Who are the roses? Who are waterweeds you? Who withers you? Who claps? Who cuts? Who monarchs? Answer honestly, and then be brave enough to act. Prune wisely, prune lovingly, but prune without apology. Because once you cut away the worthless, you will discover the worth of your own life shining brighter than ever before.